Namaskar. Welcome back to the example number 8 for the event Health and Longevity. In the previous video, we had a detailed discussion on this chart of a male native who died due to low blood sugar, that is hypoglycemia, which led to coma and finally into death. We had a detailed discussion with the help of the EPS tables, and now the same chart we are going to study with the PILT table, how the unfavorable key planets or favorable key planets were useful in finding the destiny and also the Dasabhukti periods for the timing of event. Now let us examine the PILT table of this chart. Example number 8, weak longevity, death due to low sugar and coma. Now let us examine this chart with the help of the PILT table. This is the birth chart of that male native. Now let us examine with the help of the PILT table. The EPS colors we have already given in the previous video for the EPS table analysis. The same colors we will use here in the PILT table. We can also use the key planet shades. The software is generated. Same colors also we can use, or we can use the colors which we have assigned with our self-signification study in the previous video. So for that, use EPS colors and key planet check all. Now all the planets have got the respective colors. As I said, normally it is advisable to keep open the self-significators table always for our verification or study on the self-significations. Now, let us examine the self-signification of all planets once again. Ketu is light red. It is second occupant and fourth sublord. So this is not good for the longevity because second house and fourth house are not favorable for the longevity. Second planet Venus is 3, 10, 12, 1, 1, 5, 9 and 7th cuspal sublord. This is mixed significator, but 7th cuspal sublord is not good. It is Maraga lot, right? So that way, Ketu getting the support of the Venus 7th sublord is not good. And Venus is, as I said, it is a mixed significator, but 7th sublord, so we need to be careful with the Venus represented by Ketu also. Sun planet is good. Moon, 12th lord occupying 6th house, 2, 16 and 1 and 3. It is also mixed significator. But because of the Lagna sublord and third sublord, having got 12, 6, 2, 6, it has been given light red because of the grouping, but 1 and 3 cuspal sublord, so we cannot take it as completely unfavorable. Anyway, let us take this one as a mixed significator, not a mixed one. It is a light red because of this grouping has been given. So according to the level, which level the moon is playing role, that level, suppose moon is a free planet, moon can be a sublord for the other planets. The other planets are already having issues, that moon will further support with the unfavorable. I think you are able to understand. Suppose moon in the star of a favorable key planet, moon unfavorable will get reduced. Suppose any planet in the sub of that moon, if that planet is having unfavorable, this moon unfavorable will support to that unfavorable. Anyway, the moon is having, because of the grouping, we can say it is having some unfavorable grouping strongly. And Mars is 4th lord, 9th lord. Mars planet representing Rahu, it is Badhaga lord. For the Sthira Lagna, 9th house is Badhaga lord. Second occupant and 5th sublord. This is actually is mixed significator on the favorable side because though it is the Badhaga lord, it is 5th sublord. Rahu representing Mars. Rahu occupying 8th house. Here also Mars is occupying 2nd house. Here Rahu occupying 8th house. And 9th sublord, Badhaga sublord. 3, 7, 11 star lord. Occupying 8th house means it is posted in the sign of the longevity. Now that Rahu, how it is going to give trouble to the other planet, or Rahu in the star of other unfavorable key planet which is reducing the 8th house matter, then Rahu will become weaker. That you have to keep it in mind. So as of now, Rahu is a mixed significator because it is having 3 and 11 star lord also and representing Mars with sublord also. Jupiter is 5th lord and 8 and 12. It is also mixed. Saturn is 6, 7, 8, 2 and 6. This is very bad because Saturn is 6th lord, 7th lord, occupying 8th house and 2, 6 cuspal sublord. This is not good for the health also, not good for the longevity also. Mercury planet is 2nd lord, 11th lord occupying 11th house. This is fine, but being the 2nd lord, 4, 8, 12 cuspal star lord and 8, 10, 12 cuspal sublord. This is not good for the longevity. It is indicating some defect, right? So a 4, 8, 12 and 8, 10, 12 cuspal sublord. So out of this, you can see Sun is the only planet having got some favorable, and Venus is also mixed, but we cannot take it as Venus is favorable on the other side because it is at 7th sublord also and representing Ketu 4th sublord. And other planet is Jupiter is mixed one. So no planet we are able to find is a strongly on the favorable side, only Lagna Lord Sun. So it itself indicating that the grouping of the houses of each planet are having unfavorable grouping. You can see 6, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12, and 8, and 9 sublord, and 9, 2, and representing Rahu 8, 12, 6, 2, 6, 10, and Lagna sublord itself has got 12 and 6. Sun is fine. And Venus, though it is not unfavorable on its own, but 7 sublord, Venus can give trouble to the other planet. And representing Ketu have got, these are Marga causing planet, Ketu and the Venus. Ketu and Venus are Marga causing planets, and the moon is disease causing planet, health disorder causing planet. And Rahu also, you can see Rahu is longevity planet, and Jupiter is also, death causing planet, sudden death causing planet. And Saturn also strongly disease causing planet because of the grouping I'm talking about. And Mercury is defect causing planets. So out of these, colors, whatever you given, out of the self signification, which are the planets are strong on what aspects? Whether planet is giving death causing planet with the Maraga Badaga houses and unfavorable to the longevity, and whether the planet is having that disease causing or health deteriorating planet. So that we have to keep it in mind, because when a planet is running as a period which is having all the Maraga Badaga houses, that we cannot expect that planet can give trouble to that the longevity, unless and otherwise the previous period or master period, it is indicating that health is deteriorated. So health has to get deteriorated, and then only the role of the Maraga Badaga are coming. That you have to keep it in mind. So first of all, that longevity has to support for that. Otherwise, no, these houses 2, 4, and these houses, we cannot say it is always unfavorable for the longevity. Whenever these planets are running, we cannot say it is going to give trouble to the health or trouble to the longevity, right? So that destiny has to support for the health issue, then which can lead to the trouble to the health and aggravating the health issues, and followed by the Maraga Badaga houses, then only it is indicating death on account of the health issues. We had a detailed discussion in the EPS table. Still, I am trying to explain with the help of the key planets itself. Suppose instead of studying with the EPS tables, you can directly come to the analyzer table, PILT table, and keep open this, and you can study these planets and find their self strength, and that will be also more useful. And you can click on any planet and check the EPS table also here. Anyway, so we have to keep it in mind. Lagna has to indicate that health issues, along with the Maraga Badaga houses are all supporting. It is indicating that death is deteriorated, can lead to death on account of the health issues. Suppose one Lagna connected to 6th house and 6th sublord in the star and sub of unfavorable key planet leading to Maraga Badaga, then it is indicating death is deteriorated, health is deteriorated, that can lead to Maraga Badaga. So that destiny has to support then only that Dasa period, having got those unfavorable key planets in their rulers, can support for that. This rule you have to keep it in mind. Okay, now let us check the destiny, which is the Lagna sublord. Lagna sublord. Lagna lord is sun, Lagna sublord is moon. Lagna lord is sun. Look at Lagna lord sun. Sun in the star of Saturn, sub of Mercury. 2 level is Mercury, sub level is Mercury. That is indicating what? Sun is good. The source planet is good planet. So Lagna Lord is going to experience star level planet Saturn 6826 and 2 level Mercury is 4812 strongly, and sub level also Mercury is 4812 strongly, and 8 and 12. So it is indicating what? Sun Lagna Lord is liable to face strong health issues that can lead to some defects. And Rahu represents the what do you call 8th occupant, 3, 7, 11 and 9. It is supportive for the unexpected death also. So this way Lagna is very badly coming, signifying its strength through the star level and sub level on the health prospects. Now we have to check the Lagna sublord. Lagna sublord planet is moon. Lagna sublord planet is moon. Moon planet, if you see, moon in the star of Rahu, it is occupying 8th house. 2A level planet is Ketu, sublord is Jupiter, star lord of the sublord is Mercury. So you can see Ketu and Mercury. These Marga houses and defect casting houses are all playing role here. Mars planet is Badaga Lord. Why you are talking about Mars? I'm sorry. We have to check the moon. No, Lagna sublord is moon. Let us check the moon first, not the Mars. Lagna sublord is moon. Lagna sublord moon is also in the sign of Saturn. So moon itself has got weak. Lagna sublord is 12.6 to 16. It is self-afflicted planet. It has got weakness on its own, representing, it is in the sign of Saturn, and having got Ketu also needs support. It is weakness is present. Sun is also present. And moon in the star of Rahu. Rahu is occupying 8th house and mixed significator. And 2A level planet is Ketu. Ketu is not good. It is Maraga casting houses. Sublord Rahu, again Maraga casting houses Ketu. So Lagna sublord planet is already having 6, 8, 12 because of the grouping. And in the sign of Saturn, having got all the unfavorable and supported by the Saturn, Rahu has got weakness, sublord also having got weakness, 2A level is Ketu. So unfavorable key planet strongly playing role for the Lagna sublord is Ketu and moon influenced by the Saturn. These 3 planets are strongly influencing the Lagna sublord. I think you're able to understand. Now let us check the important planet. When Lagna is connected to 6th house, we have to check the 6th sublord. Who is the 6th sublord? Saturn. 2 and 6 cuspal sublord, 6th lord, and 2 and 6 cuspal sublord is Saturn. That Saturn in the star of Mercury. Mercury is 4, 8, 12, second lord, and 4, 8, 12, and 8 and 12. So it is weak. Sublord is Ketu, Maraga casting houses. 2A level planet is Rahu occupying 8th house. So 8th house signifying planet, next level is talking about Maraga Badaga houses. And Rahu again is playing role. The Rahu is occupying 8th house representing Mars. That is the Badaga Lord. So you can see Saturn is 6th cuspal sublord, already having got 6, 8 grouping. Star level Mercury is strongly unfavorable. So the destiny planet, 6th sublord planet, in the star of Mercury, which is weak, and Ketu. These 3 planets are strongly unfavorable, making the 6th sublord is, weakening, right? Now, next planet, we have to check what is that. Eighth sublord. Eighth sublord is the longevity planet. No, eighth sublord in the star of the Rahu. Rahu is having that occupant of the eighth house. Eighth sublord in the star of Rahu, occupying eighth house and Badhaga houses. Ketu, second planet is Maraga. Badhaga Lord is playing role. So again, that Maraga planet is connecting. So eighth sublord is talking about unfavorable significations because of the star level and sub level connecting to the Maraga, Badhaga, and 8 and 12 strongly. So now what we have to do, which are the unfavorable key planets making the destinies weak? Mercury, Rahu, and of course, Saturn, already sixth sublord, is playing role. So we have to keep this in mind. Now, if you look at that unfavorable key planets in the self-signification, Ketu, it was playing role in the, in the destiny planet, Ketu, and which are the unfavorable key planet making the health is deteriorated? Saturn and Mercury. Out of them, which are the unfavorable key planets? Saturn, Mercury, Ketu, Saturn, Mercury, and Ketu, Moon. These are the planets are unfavorable grouping, and importantly, Rahu, Badhaga Lord, Mars. These are the planets are unfavorable. They are all influencing the destiny also. Now what we have to do? We have to check the Dasa Lord. Now this native is no more. He is running Mercury Dasa. Previously, he was running Saturn Mahadasa. He was born in Rahu Dasa. Let us check that way. Whether Rahu is indicating unfavorable, which are the unfavorable key planets the Rahu is having? Rahu in the star of Ketu, and Rahu is the 8th occupant, and the star lord is Ketu, Maraga houses. Sublord is Jupiter, it is 8 and 12, and 5, it is a mixed significator, and the star lord of the sublord is Mercury, is weak. Definitely it is indicating some weakness, but Rahu is not indicating any health issues, right? So that native has to suffer from some diaphotic problem. 6, 8, 12 grouping should play a role. Then that planet should connect to the Maraga Badhaga houses. Then only that can lead to the death on account of the hypoglycemia, because that native has to suffer. For example, in the destiny for the longevity, 8th cuspal sublord is Mercury. That itself is got strongly unfavorable, because that is unfavorable strong key planet for the longevity. Mercury itself. Mercury in the star of Rahu, 12 level is Ketu, and sub level is Mars Badhaga. They are all white. They are all indicating trouble to the longevity. In the longevity, which are the unfavorable key planet? Mercury is the strong unfavorable key planet. So that Dasa Lord should have that, trouble giving houses to the longevity, and Maraga, Badhaga, health issues causing planet also should play a role. So Rahu is not having that. You look at Jupiter. Jupiter is fifth Lord. So being the fifth Lord, and 8 and 12 is having weakness, but being the fifth Lord, starting with the fifth Lord, having got Sun in supports, it is good. Star level is Mercury is weak, and sub-level Ketu also is weak. So that, but Jupiter is having some strength in the source. It is not talking about the disease. It is talking about 5th house and 8th house, but Star Lord is talking about against, defects. So this is not strongly talking about the health issues or trouble because of the health issues. Now let us check the Saturn. Saturn is the 6th sublord and 6th lord. So now the Saturn is talking about the 6th house matters. So the source planet Saturn is talking about the 6th house matters. That you have to keep it in mind. Here you can see Jupiter planet, and both Jupiter and Saturn, both are in the star and sub of same planets. But the difference is the source. Both are going to give the result effect through the star level and sub level, same significations. But who is going to give? Jupiter is going to give. Here Saturn is going to give. What the source is giving? Jupiter planet is talking about the 6th house, right? Jupiter is talking about the 6th house. Sorry, 5th house. 5th house matters are going to experience the star level, sub level. And the eighth lord also. But that eighth house is going to experience the star lords for it. Well, it means it is going to give obstacles and hurdles. But 8 is not getting deteriorated. But here, Saturn planet is 6th lord and 7th lord and 2 6 cuspal sublord in the star of Mercury. So that 6th sublord in the star of Mercury, imagine unfavorable houses of the Mercury 8 and 12, 4, 8, 12, 8 and 12 are going to aggravate the 6th house matter, 6th lord and also 6th sublord. Here, 6 disease is aggravated and resulted by the Ketu for the Maraga Badaga. I think you are able to understand. So this is making the difference, which is making that source planet is making the difference. I think you are able to understand. Now let us check this Dasa. Saturn Dasa was running previously. In the Saturn Dasa, which are the planets are making the health issues? Which planet can give the trouble to the health? First of all, the native has to face health issues strongly, then can lead to the serious health issue, then lead to, hypoglycemia and death on account of that, right? Whether that Dasa Lord is supportive for health issues, Dasa Lord is supported by the health issues by Saturn, right? And Mercury. Because Saturn in the star of Mercury causing health issues and deterioration of the health issues. Now, which planet is making that leading to death-causing planet, Maraga, Badaga houses, Mars is playing and sublord is Ketu, 2 and 4 and represented by Venus, 7th cuspal sublord. So, death-causing key planets are Ketu and the Rahu or Mars. Because Rahu is the planet, is the death-causing planet, and here representing Mars, that is Badaga Lord. So in the Dasa Lord, we have to check which are the unfavorable and favorable key planet. There is no favorable key planet strongly playing role in the Dasa Lord, Saturn. Now, in the unfavorable, there are two categories. One is health deteriorating planet, other one is, health deteriorating planet, another one is death-causing planet. So these two planets we have categorized. Saturn and Mercury are in health deteriorating planet, and Ketu, Rahu are these unfavorable. For the longevity, they are death-causing planets. Now what we have to do? We have to check the Dasa Lords. We have checked in the Dasa Lord of the Saturn, which planet is going to give the health issues first, then followed by the death. Mercury planet in the star of Rahu, this planet is not talking about any health issues, right? Now, which planet then? We have to check. Ketu. Ketu in the star of Rahu. Health issue causing planet is Saturn and Mercury. Especially they should play in the star level, right? Ketu, Rahu, no. Venus, no. And Sun is Lagna sublord. Lagna Lord in the star of Saturn, Ketu. Yes. This planet, during this book, under the Saturn Dasa, health will get deteriorated. Right? So health is getting reduced. That too, Sun planet, Lagna Lord itself is facing this issue. Then moreover, Lagna is not passing rural into the other planets. So that way, during that Sun period, Lagna will face health deterioration. After that, he has to experience, the health is weak. Then the planet, Buddhi Lord, which is having the unfavorable key planet for the longevity or death-causing planet in the star level, sub-level will lead to death, right? Now let us see which are the planets are having the star lord and sub-lord, these Ketu in their star lord, right? Because Ketu is the unfavorable key planet for the longevity or death-causing planet in the longevity. That is the Dasa lord. Moon planet in the star, no, this is talking about Mars, Badaga, but it is not the planet which can give death because it is 8th occupant, right? Now, Mars planet itself, no. Is Badaga Lord, but in the star of Rahu, again, it is talking about 8th house. 8th house, it is not going to Badaga. It is going to give some trouble, but it is not going to be unfavorable strongly. Next one is the Rahu. Rahu planet, whenever it is playing as the sub-period, we need to be very careful because Rahu is the death-causing planet, and Rahu also playing role in the Dasa Lord, representing Mars as the Badaka Lord, and it is occupant of the 8th house. 8th house means source is talking about 8th house. So it's something is going to happen to the 8th house matters through the star level and sub-level of the Rahu. Rahu in the star of unfavorable Ketu, death-causing planet. Ketu is acting as the star lord for Rahu. So that way, Rahu in the star of this planet, 8th house matters are going to experience 2nd house and 4th house representing Venus, 7th sublord. This is not good. And 12-level planet, Rahu is talking about 8th house again. So 8 means here talking about the longevity, then 2, 4, 7, and again 8. It is talking about 8 is unexpected death also, right? 8 is talking about longevity also, it is talking about death also. When it is connected to 2 and 7, then only it will indicate about the death. Sublord is Jupiter. Jupiter planet is, what is the signification of Jupiter? Jupiter is, let me open, just to move this. Jupiter is 5th lord, 8th lord, 12th occupant. Jupiter 5th lord is fine, but 8 and 12 8 and 12, 8th lord occupying 12th house is not good, because already that Ketu has got 2, 4, and 7, and by way of the Venus, and sublord is Jupiter is talking about 8 and 12. Jupiter, when we are talking about the source, is different because it is talking about 5th lord, right? And 8th lord. In the star of Venus, Mercury is talking about defect. It is 5 is going to experience some defect. But here 8 is going to experience this Maraga Badaga. Sublord is going to support with the 8th house and 12th house. That 5th house will try to give some recovery, but it is not going to be favorable because unfavorable strength are going to be more. So that Jupiter representing moon also having got Saturn and also Jupiter in the star of Mercury unfavorable. So this way, Rahu planet in the star of Ketu supported by the Jupiter during Rahu period, definitely something is going to happen. I mean, weakness or longevity going to disturbed by during the Rahu Bhukti. In the Rahu Bhukti, in one antra, that native lost his memory and he went into coma because of the blood sugar level gone completely reduced. So under Rahu, which are the planets are having unfavorable? Let me erase this one. You see, now it has got health is deteriorated here in the sun period. In the Rahu period, Rahu Bhukti, it is supportive for the health is deteriorated here, and Rahu is supported for the death. So death because of some danger to the longevity is indicated here. Now during that period, that native, during which period that native, during which antra native can suffer from such hypoglycemia and lead to death by way of coma. Which are the unfavorable key planet for the Rahu to death-causing planet? Ketu, right? Representing Venus because it is 7th sublord, right? And of course, Jupiter is 8 and 12, but supported by the moon and Saturn and Mercury, right? So these are the planets are making that unfavorable significations to the Bhukti Lord. So during that Rahu period, which antra gave that native into coma and finally into death? We had a detailed discussion on this with the EPS tables. That will be more easier when compared to studying with the PILT table, because you can see that native experience such problem during the Venus antra, because Venus is important Garaga planet for the hormonal functions, and Venus is important planet for even for the hypoglycemia, that what you call sugar functions, level, all these things. Venus is also important planet because that is the hormonal controlling planet. So that Venus is represented by Ketu, which is the unfavorable key planet of the Rahu, right? That Ketu is not playing role here, but Ketu in place of Venus is playing. Venus is talking about third house and seventh sublord. Third house and 12th. So 3-12 combination. 3 and 12 is talking about third house memory is going to get lost. And supported by the Ketu and Maraga Bhataka. And importantly, Moon is playing role. Moon is the planet for the memory. This is third house. This is memory planet, Moon. Moon planet already having unfavorable. Moon itself is the sublord, forming ruler link. So during this period, that native lost his memory because of the hypoglycemia. Venus and Moon, or whenever they are connected, definitely the native will have some sort of problem because of the hormonal imbalance or endocrine gland functions, secretory organ functions. But they should have the signification. Unfavorable signification Moon and Venus are having, if they are conjoined or aspected each other, or they are connected to each other, that the Karagatva will have the issue. So now that Venus planet is in own star and 2A level planet, that is the Ketu representing Venus, that Venus is the seventh cuspal sublord, and the sublord planet is Moon, is talking about 12, 6, 2, 6, 10, and unfavorable or present. So during that period, he got that problem and he completely lost the, sugar level is completely reduced and he went into coma. During that, Saturn Dasa, Rahu, Buddhi, Venus Antra. In Venus Antra, which is Sukshma, Rahu. Because Rahu is the one, eighth occupant, and the star level Ketu is going to give the death. So that native died due to hypoglycemia, led to coma, finally into death. Saturn Dasa, Rahu Buddhi, Venus Antra, and again Rahu Sukshma. Rahu is strongly playing role here. And of course, Rahu, because of Rahu star level Ketu, Ketu is the strong unfavorable key planet here. And the star level planet Mercury is making the defect, and sublord is making, these two are making the death. So death causing planets Ketu, Rahu playing role here during that period native experienced. And in that period, Venus has got that issue and supported for the death because of the loss of the sugar and that loss of memory also. Coma, he went into coma. So we can Moon the sign of Saturn. Saturn also further supporting to that. And during that period of Rahu Sukshma, the native died. So you see, such analysis, it is not so easy with the help of the PILT table, but you can open this EPS, the TPS table of Venus. Just double click on this, you can see how this that Venus star level and sub level is Moon is forming ruler link, and all these things we can find in Rahu. All levels Rahu present in supports. Venus period was running previously, then only Rahu came. Venus did not give problem for the death, problem for the longevity. But Rahu only gave the problem because the Buddhi Lord should support for the trouble. It indicates the death. During that, that Buddhi Lord, when it is favorable for such event, that other antra, other period planet which are having such grouping which can support to the death-causing planets, so that planet will give the trouble as antra. I think you're able to understand. As I said, such study is not so easy with the PILT table, but you can do with the EPS tables. But in the PILT table, what we can find, which are the unfavorable key planets of the destiny and which planets are making the Dasa Lord is weakening for the health and also deteriorating health and also death causing. Suppose that sublord is not talking about death for the Saturn, sublord is not Ketu, it is Jupiter. So it can lead to the health issues, but it will not lead to the, what do you call, death of the person. Because death-causing planet, Ketu, because of the signification 2 and 4 and Venus in 7th sublord, if they are not playing role during that period, the native will not die. Since that sublord, star lord is talking about defect, sublord is talking about that death. So in the supportive Buddhi, which is having the unfavorable key planets of them, will favor for the both. I think you're able to understand. So, but anyway, this PILT table will be more useful in finding the role of the key planets and also PILT mechanisms. That is the reason I used to say, please focus on the EPS tables first and get well versed with that. Then identify the, key planet strain, and importantly, source effect result combine. You can see in this chart, Jupiter in the star of same planet and Saturn also in the same star of same planet, but both Jupiter did not give trouble, only Saturn, because which planet is experiencing the star signification is important. Such a combined level study is possible only with the EPS table. That is most important. But this PILT table can be taken as a supporting table, definitely. So we'll meet in the next video. Good luck.